Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Well, last week I got a text from Jones Road and they said to me, hey girl. No, they didn't. They said to me, we're launching a new product, the What the Foundation, and we know that you've bought other products in the past, so we think that you should get the shade beige. And I was like, girl, you know me. I've been looking for a new summer foundation. So honestly, I hemmed and hawed over the shade because I really felt like what I was seeing on my computer was too dark for my skin. But they said because of the face pencils that I bought, shades 10 and 11, this was the shade for me. So I was like, all right, if that's what they say, that's what I'm going to do. But you know, I couldn't stop there. I had to pick up a couple other products because the girl can't just buy one thing. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that about me, but if you hit that subscribe button, you will learn that and so much more. Yeah, I'm into all things hair, skin, and makeup. So if that sounds like you, do me a favor. You're going to come back anyway. Subscribe. All right, friends. Well, if you want to see how I made this face happen using from Jones Road, their new What the Foundation, sit back and enjoy the kind of bumpy ride. All right, folks, I have my What the Foundation. This is in the shade beige. That was recommended to me from the fine folks at Jones Road Beauty. I felt like it might be a little too dark for me, but I thought, whatever. They know what they're talking about. Not to mention, I hope to be getting a little more color come summer. Not a lot, you know. And actually, if you look at me right now, I look kind of like dull, flat, and pasty. And that's because I'm wearing a like mattifying sunscreen. I didn't want to be wearing something glowy and then putting this very moisturizing foundation on top of it. I wanted this to have a chance to kind of like stick, not move around, not slide. So using, at least for me, using a mattifying primer foundation, oh girl, sunscreen is how I wanted to start off this look. Now I did try this foundation 2 days ago, and I'll tell you right off the bat, if you have dry skin, I think you will love this. It is so moisturizing, so like, I use the word emollient a lot, but it just has lots of moisturizing ingredients. And Bobby doesn't really come out and say it, but I really feel like the Jones Road line is geared towards drier skin, maybe more mature skin, people who want a more pared down, like simple but effective makeup routine. And this is, because this is her latest edition, I thought, well, she was bowing to people saying, where's the foundation? Where's the foundation? But she was also giving something that I think her line really needed, a really nice moisturizer. All right, blah, blah, blah. Who cares what I have to say? Now, Bobby is a fingers girl. I am not, but I'm just going to try and play the game the way she set it up. And actually, I don't know if you can tell, but it separates. I guess it's because of the ingredients that she uses. They don't have, you know, what she considers chemicals in here. So things do separate. But then you got to put your finger in here and kind of like move it around. I mean, she didn't give us any sort of like stir stick or anything. So now I've put my fingers in here. I hope that there are enough preservatives in here that any germs that are on my clean hands aren't going to contaminate this. I mean, I don't love foundations like this where you just stick your fingers in there. I prefer something in a pump. That is my dream way of any sort of application, and you know how I feel about others, especially the stupid dropper. Jennifer, rein it back in. All right, we're back. Okay, so I have some on my fingers, and I'm just going to shmooey it on my face. I know, this is not what I would normally do. This is not how you used to seeing me do my foundation, but it's what Bobby does. I have seen her use a flat foundation brush before. I have one. I tried using that. It didn't work very well. I just don't feel my most like artistic when I'm just schmooing foundation around on my face. Now it does slide and glide around nicely. It doesn't like catch or drag, which is very nice. And it is workable. So if you feel like it's getting into your pores and giving you kind of like that orange skin, you can literally just pat it like this and it pats right out. So it does have, I don't want to say a smoothing effect, but it doesn't sink in the way of like just like sinking into like pores and wrinkles and crevices and cracks and whatever else I have going on in my face. It does seem to like glide and sit on the surface, but it doesn't look like it's sitting on the surface. Now, for everyone out there with dry skin, I really do think you would like this product a lot. It is high in lots of moisturizing ingredients to the point where I think that you may not even need to use a moisturizer if you just did your regular skincare routine and then went straight in with this. I don't think you would need a moisturizer. Now, this is obviously a radiant finish. I don't feel like it dries down easily on its own. The other day, I wore it with two of her other products. I used the, what is this called? The Shimmer Face Oil. This is in the shade Cool Rose. And I used the Lip and Cheek Stick. Oh my God. And this is in, I think, English Rose. Yes, English Rose. And I friggin' fell in love with this. This too. And this is really confusing to me because for a face oil, or yeah, it's a face oil. That's what it says, Shimmer Face Oil. It's oily, which is, it had me freaking out because I thought it was going to break up the foundation, but it didn't. It sat on top very nicely. A lot of people complain that these here lip and cheek sticks actually kind of disappear over time. I don't want that to happen because I feel like this shade is gorgeous, although on the lips, it is not gorgeous. Let me show you. You can see what a beautiful shade that is, but once you kind of work it in with a brush or whatever, it's pretty sheer. And so on the lips, it's not much at all. Maybe if I got one of the deeper, darker tones, it would be nice, but this one here on the lips doesn't do much for me. All right, let's go in with the lip and cheek stick. I'm going to, obviously, you know what I really want to do? This is what I'm really going to do. I'm going to do my makeup the way I do my makeup. Now, I know for Bobbi Brown and her whole, like, makeup mission statement, like less is more and all that, I am not a less is more girl. This channel is not about less is more at all. I'm going to do my makeup the way I would do my makeup. First up, bronzer. I'm going to do a light set to my under eyes because I did take the foundation up in that area. I didn't use a concealer. And now for the lip and cheek stick. I'm going to actually use this twice. I'll first go right on my bare skin, my unpowdered skin, and then I'm going to powder because I do want to set this foundation. I want it to last. I don't want it to move or slide around. So I will go over top again with a little bit more after we're all done. I'm going to quick do my eyes and eyebrows and we'll come back to finish up. All right, so I've already gone in with some of my Givenchy smoothing powder with the Prisme Libre right in this area, and I'm going to do this side too because I am just that addicted to this powder. It's got to be a part of my everyday makeup routine. It's that freaking good. And for the rest of my face, I'm just going to set with the Rare Beauty setting powder because I think it's so nice and light and it's not cakey at all. And with whatever is left on the brush, I'm just going to tap over my cheeks because I want to put a second layer of the lip and cheek color down because I really want it to stay. I don't want it to disappear. And it doesn't even disturb or lift or bother the powder whatsoever. But I did have a very, very light touch with the powder. And of course, I have to be me and use the Ethereal Ambient Lighting Setting Powder or Finishing Powder. I don't know why I always call it setting powder because it's that bitch. All right, and now for the Shimmer Face Oil. You can see that it looks like it does separate a little bit in here, which is fine. I just give it a shake. Now, I do wonder if this is a dry oil. I mean, in the past, I've had products that are dry oils, and, you know, they feel oily going on. Once you rub them in, they dry down, and you don't even notice them. So I'm wondering if maybe this could be like that, although, I don't know. It doesn't feel or look like a dry oil, but when I wore it the last time, it didn't move or separate my makeup, so let's try that again. All right, I'm just going to use this angled brush and just pat it in. I mean, oh my God. And I just want to press it in because I don't want that oil to move around. I mean, what do we think? That is some glow. Now, the thing that I love about this is that it is a glow, but it's not glittery. I don't feel like it looks like it's sitting on top of my makeup. I actually feel like it looks like it's just the glow that I have. And it doesn't look like it broke up my makeup at all. I really, really like this. And it's so confusing to me because I'm putting an oil on top of other products and it doesn't do anything. It just sits there and looks beautiful. Now, I don't know what these lights do. Very often they kind of like emphasize and exaggerate things, especially my cheek color. My cheek color in life looks right now like this light, subtle flush. Sometimes though, the lights make it look like super bright. So I hope that's not the case because right now I think this whole look is pretty. Now, is it the way Bobbi Brown does her Jones Road looks? It's not, but this is how I would use her products. Now for me, this is what my basic go-to summer evening look is. I just like wearing these colors that are kind of all like a little sun-kissed, little orangey pinky. The skin is glowy, the eyes aren't too overdone, the lips are juicy, and really, I'm more impressed with this the second time around that I've used it. And that's the thing with makeup. The first time you use it, if it doesn't work out, figure out another way to use it. I didn't like it just on its own with the cheek color and then going on top with the shimmer oil and then just, doing my eyes. For me, I needed to have a powder to kind of like set it down, even up my skin. I don't like for my hyperpigmentation to be like screaming, but I don't mind it showing through. And for me, this is how I do that. I really think the skin looks good. I gotta be honest with you guys. The first time I used this, I was not that thrilled. But right now, I'm really, really pleased. And I think the color is not bad. I am pretty happy with it. So if Jones Road contacts you with a text saying, hey, you purchased this in the past, this is the color of the what the foundation we think you should get, just get it. Now at, I think it was $44, this is 0.8 ounces, which is less than the standard of 1 ounce. And you know how I feel about size of foundation. Size matters. But you also know I didn't use that much. I mean, you can see there's still a shit ton in here. I will probably get through the entire summer with this whole thing. I probably won't need another one. All right, I want you to let me know. What are your thoughts on this face? How do you think the What the Foundation is looking on me? And do you think you might consider purchasing it? Like I said, if you have dry skin, this is a no-brainer. If you have oily skin, I don't think it's for you. But if you live in like a dry weather climate, like the Southwest, I think this would be great for you. If you're in Miami, maybe not so much, but who knows unless you try it. Oh, I did forget to mention that I did use a little bit of the Just a Sec eyeshadow. This is in the shade Golden Peach. I just used it on like the inner half of my eyelid just for like a little brightness. So today I used 4 of the Jones Road products. I do have a bunch of others, but that's all she used today. I will, of course, link these in the description box below. And of course, leave your comments. You know I love hearing from you. All right, friends, new and old, I want to thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you real soon. Mwah!